All right, we're here in the Airstream with Missy Higgins. Welcome.
Thanks.
One thing that fascinates me about you is I think you're 28, 29 years old, and then this new record you've made has been referenced more than once as a comeback record. So how does
Yeah.
someone as young as you have a comeback situation?
I guess because I secretly kind of quit music, and I've been away from the music scene for quite a while. I've already had, I had two albums out, I guess in the early to mid 2000s. And then I got a bit burnt out, I guess, and also had a bit of an existential crisis. I kind of just started questioning what I was doing and needed to find more meaning, I guess, in something. So,
Did you find it? Or what was the most prolific thing you found? Was there an aha moment?
no, I mean, there was lots of aha moments, but then, that was quickly followed by another moment of, who am I? It was a pretty tumultuous kind of emotional time. But I think I had to go through that in order to make my way back to music in a natural way. I think I just had to go and
What did you enjoy doing most during that time?
well, I went to university, which was really great, and just interesting because I'd never done it before. It was one of those rites of passages that I'd never experienced, so I wanted to do that. And I lived in a share house with a whole lot of my friends, which I'd never done, because I'd been touring pretty much since I left high school. And I also did a little bit of traveling that didn't involve touring, which was great. But mostly, I mean, the thing that I enjoyed the most was just staying put, like just staying in my hometown.
Yeah.
Which is the thing that really grounds me, and being with my family and friends on a regular basis.
And being on the road is the complete opposite of that.
Yeah,
It's an
I mean,
extreme.
I honestly love being on the road too, but it's interesting. You've got to find the balance, and sometimes it takes a while to figure out.
Not long ago, you tweeted out, I want to start an all-girl band. Who's in? Did you get any replies?
I did. I got lots of replies. I really do want to start an all-girl band.
Why?
I don't know. Well, this tour that I'm doing at the moment is with Butterfly Boucher and Katie Herzig. Butterfly's been playing bass for me for a while, and Katie's a good friend, and I collaborated with both of them, and it was just so much fun. And I've got some good friends who are females and also musicians, and there's just I don't know. I've always toured with guys, and I just thought, you know what? I need a bit of estrogen on this tour bus. It's just a really different vibe, and I don't know. I think it would be a really nice change.
As I listened to your new record, there were a couple songs, and I'm like, wow, maybe she spent so much time in America that she's got this country flavor to her music now. And then I found out you made your record in Nashville, and I go, aha.
Really?
Maybe
You
that
think
has
it's got a
something
country flavour?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Very mild, but
Yeah.
I wondered if that's because it was made in Nashville or because you've spent so much time here touring, or
I don't know. In all honesty, I think my last two albums have also had that kind of country flair, like just the occasional, like, acoustic alt country kind of influence. Because I listen to a lot of that kind of music. I love Gillian Welsh and Ryan Adams, and that kind of genre. So and Patty Griffin is one of my favourite artists. So I think that definitely comes out in the music. I'm not sure that being in Nashville actually had an influence like that on the record. It definitely had an influence, but I don't think it was a country influence because the people I worked with were not at all involved in the country music scene. But there was, on the other hand, a really kind of creative kind of scene that I fell into in Nashville, and there were some sounds going on that kind of influenced the record, and the people that played on the record were very kind of creative and and very melodic in their thinking, and I think that definitely played a part in creating the sound.
Okay. And one last thing here that might be kind of fun. You once said, like when you listen to songs you recorded when you were 15 years old, and you started very early, it makes you cringe.
Yeah.
Is there, I mean, you've been at it a long time, and that's a very young age to do this. Is there anything about the young you that also makes you cringe? It's kind of a how have I grown sort of question.
Yeah, I mean, what do you mean, musically or personally?
Personally.
Oh God, yeah, probably. I mean, I look back at even like the the guys that I dated back then, and I'm like, oh God, thank God I moved past that time in my life, and I like I've got videos that I used to make with my friends of us, pretending that we were adults and smoking cigarettes for the first time, and thinking that it was romantic and artistic, and I look back on it now and I just go, gosh, you were so unsure of who you were back then, as everyone was. Like, it's kind of a cringy time in your life to look back on, and I see people that age now and I go, God, it's just I don't envy them. It's just such a difficult time in your life. You just you're really trying to figure out who you are and what your place is in the world. So I'm very glad to have moved past that for many reasons.
Well, thanks for coming in.
No
It's good talking
worries.
to you.
Thanks for having me.